worked at a couple of different cattle ranches, starting cow horses, and my biggest accomplishments were probably at Horse Plus Humane Society, where I trained for 2 years. I worked with about 600 horses in a matter of 2 years, doing about 300 to 400 adoptions just through myself. That's not including some of the other programs that we use to do adoptions. I've trained in several different states, and I've even been featured in Horse Illustrated. My passion is helping horses, especially some of the horses that are somewhat at risk. Horses at shelters, horses with lower end brokers, like the feedlots and the horses that are going to auction, and then helping some of the individuals that need to sell their horses for one reason or another. I feel like this should make a huge impact on the horse industry as a whole. Everybody sees it every day on Facebook, Craigslist, at the auctions. Horses that are worth way more than what people are asking for them being sold in a market that doesn't fit them. And I want to change that. I want to help educate people so that way they can expect more money for their horse and add value to their horse. And the reason for this is the more valuable your horse is, the better home you're going to find for that horse, because low-end marketers are not going to pay high-end prices for horses. So once you can get into that higher-end market with your animal, you're getting into people who are investing into their equine. And that's what you have to do to get your horse in that market. You have to invest in your horse. And one of the number one investments that we need to make way more often than what we do is in training. Working at the shelter, I gained a ton of experience, a ton of exposure, and I got a good outlook on that market. So I see the majority of the horses that came in were horses that were lacking in training. They were horses that had been sitting for a long time, and there were horses with owners that didn't have the training to use the horse properly. So I want to try to focus on helping that market. And we're going to talk about evaluations first off, because if you don't know your horse, then you're not going to be able to market your horse. And if you don't know your horse, you're not going to be able to tell others about it. And so these people that buy horses from the kill pens to give them a new life, that's all great, but it doesn't do them any good if they don't know if that horse is got health issues, if they don't know if that horse is broke to ride, if they don't know if that horse has a background in a certain type of training. That some of these people don't even know the age of their horse. So we're going to start off with evaluations and learning how to evaluate your horse. And then we're going to move into the training side, because after evaluations you're going to find your holes that your horses have. And we want to fill those holes so that way we can make a well-rounded horse. We want something that is marketable. And putting your horse out there on the market and saying, well, this one bites and this one kicks and that one bucks, and that doesn't do your horse the justice that it needs in order to find a good home. So we want to get those evaluations and find those holes, and then we want to do the training and fill those holes. And then after we fill those holes, we want to learn how to market that new horse that you have after filling those holes. We want to learn how to to represent our horse in the best possible way. And throughout this series, I am going to use horses from that market. I'll use rescue horses. I'll use some of my consignment horses. All my horses that I personally own are from that market. So the majority of them have been adopted from Horse Plus Humane Society. I've got a couple that were bought off of Craigslist. So I'll show you what your horse truly, I'll show you the potential that you can truly reach with your horse. And I'll go ahead and introduce the first one in the video series. This is Babe. Real pretty girl, super sweet. She's just turned 3 years old. We're doing light work on her. We're not doing a whole lot. She's just basically learning how to be a good citizen right now. This is her third ride. Super quiet, laid back. We've got a really good start on this horse. She was surrendered to Horse Plus Humane Society. She had already been halter trained, but had quite a few holes in her groundwork, which we've been working on and have fixed quite a few of them. And she hadn't been started under saddle yet. And I've got the video of her being started under saddle on my Facebook page. She has got a ton of potential, but this horse came in underweight, malnourished, wormy, okay, ungroomed. Her feet were in really bad shape. She had slippers for feet, so we've been trimming her every 2 weeks, getting her feet back up. We've been working on a good quality fiber diet. We haven't gone to the grain or the hay balancer yet because I like to get a good working stomach on my horse before I start adding things that are harder to digest for them. And now we're adding exercise so we can start building her top line back up. She's gotten a pretty good layer of fat on her ribs now. She's starting to get some on her hips. She's gaining strength in her muscles on her legs. And so we're going to start working on that nutrition. And that will be part of the series as well. We'll talk about bringing your horse back from a rough state. So, and knowing what to look for in order to treat some of the illnesses that the horses come with from that lower end market. I think she is going to be something in the future. She has the potential to be a roping horse. She has the potential to be a cow horse. She has the potential to be a barrel horse. And she has the potential to just be a good all-around trail horse. But when I market my horses, I find their strengths. Oh, we decided we're going to move out now. We find her strengths, and then we use our strengths to help the horse be more marketable. But thank you for tuning in, and I will be posting the winner of the Name That Clinic competition and the name of